And using Shark Tank as our background, as our backdrop, how can we work through these various communication styles?
So first of all, Mike, I got to tell you, it was your idea to connect this to Shark Tank, and it was a brilliant idea. I really think it's spot on.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Take a bow, dip your fin. Um, yeah. So when you watch Shark Tank and you watch the conversation in which they're basically trying to influence and negotiate product, sell the product, sell the idea. But then after they do that, then they're talking about the terms. Are we going to go with 50 cents on the dollar, 10%, 20, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And so you find these individuals talking to this panel of sharks. And so I think about, what's the best way to bring that show to kind of demonstrate what I'm talking about. So I want to just focus on a couple of the sharks, just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So there's a shark on there that has been there a long time, is Mark Cuban. And Mark Cuban, I would say when you listen to him, it sounds like all he's doing is arguing with you. And a lot of times he's arguing with you and you think, no chance he's going to be interested in my product. And then he says, I'm in. And you say to yourself, he's in. I mean, he sure sounded like he was out when we were talking about it, right?
Just pick it on him.
Yeah, exactly. So, but as it turns out, he has a particular temperament. It is called a theorist or conceptualizer temperament. And those individuals who have that temperament, and there's 4 of them, by the way, four different temperaments, this is their style. This is how they seek to understand. They love to debate. So that's how they get all the cards on the table. That's how they get the ideas on the table. And that's how they decide what's worthy of their time and their investment and what isn't. Those individuals are only 15% of the population. So if you encounter them, they may feel very much like a shark because they're arguing with you. For instance, they're arguing, they're saying, what about this? What about that? No, not this, not that. And you may feel like you're not in the game. So what I like to do with people is to help them understand not only their communication style, but the communication style of not only somebody like Mark Cuban, but also somebody like Warren Buffett or Richard Branson or J.K. Rowling, these very successful people, but they all communicate very differently. So I like to help people spot that, know what temperament that person is or what their style is. Give them some tips on how to communicate with those types and also understand their own style so that those conversations can be more effective. Those conversations can be productive. Those conversations won't rattle you, for instance. Yeah, because if you talk to somebody who's very different than your own temperamental bend, you could get intimidated. You could be like, golly, there's no way he's interested. He threw this back in my face. I'm going to go where I think somebody else is more interested, but you may not be reading it because you may not be understanding the temperament you're looking at.